Welcome to the Ronald McDonald House, a place with a very familiar name and a very special mission.
When a child is sick, it is devastating for a family.
You're shaping good, aren't you?
Yeah. These little kids are really soldiers, some of them, you know. There's a lot of fighters that come through here.
Little fighters, but with such big futures. Imagine that you are a parent of one of these tiny warriors. Well, for many moms and dads, this is a day-to-day reality, and they can tell you it's a tough place to be.
Sometimes just being there is the best medicine you can give your child. But there was a time when just being there wasn't all that easy.
There were parents, including women, moms who just delivered babies a couple days ago, who were sleeping in the hospital because they wanted to be with their child.
It was always interesting late at night to be wandering around the hospital midnight or so and just see where the people had found to sleep, because about every padded flat surface had a body on it sleeping.
Physically and emotionally, you just can't do that all the time. You have to get some rest, both physical rest and emotional rest. And that's where the Ronald McDonald House comes into play, and it is just a godsend to these families.
The Ronald McDonald House of Indiana has two locations. Built in 1982, the original house is a large, beautiful, home-like facility on the campus of IUPUI. It has more than 50 guest rooms, as well as complete kitchen and laundry facilities, TV viewing and sitting areas, a game room, a library, and even an outdoor courtyard. In 2004, the house expanded to include a location specially built inside of Riley Hospital for Children.
Karen Campbell, founder and current board member, tells her story of how she first became involved with the Ronald McDonald House. It happened after one very long night and a bedside vigil beside a son sick with leukemia.
I fell asleep with my head pressed against the metal bars of the crib he was in. And somewhere in the haze of that, a father came over, pulled me back, and put a pillow between my forehead and the bars of that crib. And I honestly believe that my commitment to family comfort was born in that moment of kindness from that man.
At our Limestone Street location, just a few blocks away from the hospital, we provide lodging services in a home-like setting for families who have had to leave their communities to seek the best possible medical care for their seriously ill or injured children. At our house inside Riley Hospital for Children, we have 6 overnight sleeping rooms, and those rooms are specifically for families who have a child being treated in one of Riley's critical care units. These rooms are just an elevator ride away from their child in case they're needed at the bedside. Also at our Ronald McDonald House in Riley Hospital, we provide a day retreat area where families can take a break from the hospital environment without actually leaving. In this area, they can come in, watch some TV, fix a light meal, maybe take a shower, take a nap, have some quiet conversation, but really feel like they're taking a break, but still be very, very close to their child.
It's been called the house that love built, and for the 50 families who stay here every night, as well as the countless volunteers who manage its day-to-day operations, just walking through the front door is an extraordinary experience.
The house, it's so welcoming, and the atmosphere, it's so relaxed and so much love that's inside. Coming that door, I can breathe it, and I can feel it.
This is Shay. And when you meet her, you think, what a smile. Shay was born 2 months premature and was diagnosed with both bronchial and tracheal malacia, as well as Vater's syndrome. She had 2 holes in her heart. After 17 surgeries and 16 months at Riley, well, you can see what a happy little girl she is. And Shay's mother, Renee, was able to be with her every step of the way.
I spent 10 to 12 hours a day with Shay when she was in the newborn intensive care, which, you know, that was for 4 months, and talked to her, and they said that, you know, Shay is so strong-willed, and she knew that she was loved. I am just so thankful that we had a place to be able to stay here, because I don't know if Shay, you know, what her developmental status would be, or even if she would still be here.
Merrill Fife did not have such a facility years ago when his daughter was hospitalized at Riley for many weeks. These days, he's a volunteer at the house, and he can tell you the effect it has on families under stress goes far beyond the comfort contained in its bricks and mortar.
The thing that always stands out in my mind, and it happens repeatedly, is when somebody comes over and you sit down to check them in and they don't know what day it is, they don't know what the date is, and it just shows you how involved they've been at the hospital with the patient. And you just see them start relaxing as they get back into the environment away from the hospital. And to me, that says it all, when you can see them start to relax because they haven't had that opportunity for days.
Meet Shanice. She was born with one of the worst cases of congenital scoliosis that her doctors in South Bend had ever seen. Even now, she continues to wear a back brace.
I thank God that the Ronald McDonald House was here for me and helped me through this. And everyone here is really beautiful. The staff and the volunteers, they're just super. If you're down, depressed, or whatever you're going through, they're right there for you.
You can find that it's like a support group, because you come here and there are other families going through the same pain. They understand you, so they're gonna give you your space, but when you need help, they're gonna be there for you. And that's so important, because you can talk with others that haven't gone through that experience, and they'll tell you, well, you know, I understand, but they really don't understand. So here, when you talk with another parent and you tell them what's going on, and they tell you, I understand, you know that they really understand.
Nothing but nets.
At the Ronald McDonald House, the community pitches in wholeheartedly. Volunteers often help prepare meals. Even holidays away from home can become very special occasions, and that can be important in keeping the entire family happy and together.
I had two daughters. It was my younger daughter that was in the hospital. And by both of us, my wife and I, trying to spend a considerable amount of time down here, we realized that even though we had found people to help out with our older daughter, we did somewhat push her into the background. And down here with the house, you don't have to do that.
But the work of this house would not be possible without your support.
Although we ask our guests to pay just $10 per night, many families pay even less. The amount is based on the family's ability to pay, and guest fees account for just a very small percentage of our total revenue.
Monetary donations are the primary source of revenue for the Ronald McDonald House.
So on behalf of our club, we'd like to present you with a check for $3,000.
Oh, thank you.
We also are very thankful for donations of goods and services that help us provide a convenient and comfortable environment for our families. We depend heavily on the support of volunteers. They give their time not only to the daily operations of the house, but also they help with special service project and community events.
Picture. There you go.
All type of people come here, you know, rich people, middle class people, poor people, whatever. But when everyone comes, it's like one big happy family, you know, because everyone's going through something when they come here.
I don't know how many times that I've checked out a family whose patient has been discharged, and we're completing the checkout process, and they stand there and shake your hand and say, I just can't thank you enough. You can't imagine what this has meant to us to have this.
Families with seriously ill children are survivors, just like the children are. But it's a difference between surviving and thriving. And a Ronald House makes that difference.
It makes for healthy families, emotionally more stable families, and healthier, more emotionally happy kids.
Patty cake, baker's me. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Say, roll it, pat it, say, mark it with a B. Say, throw it in the oven for Shay and me. Yay! Say, kisses. Yeah.